Have you ever experienced that embarrassing moment when your dog excitedly greets someone new by diving nose first into their crotch? It's one of those uncomfortable situations every dog owner knows all too well. But why exactly do dogs insist on putting us in such awkward positions? Believe it or not, there's actually fascinating science behind your dog's most embarrassing behavior. Let's start by understanding the basics. Dogs have an unbelievably powerful sense of smell, far beyond human capabilities. Your pup's nose boasts an incredible 125 to 250 million scent receptors, compared to our mere 5 to 6 million. To put that into perspective, dogs can detect smells at concentrations as low as 1 part per trillion. That's like identifying a single drop of perfume in 20 Olympic-sized swimming pools. But it gets even crazier. Dogs don't just have one olfactory system, they actually have two. Inside your dog's nasal cavity is a special organ called the vomeronasal organ, also known as Jacobson's organ. This tiny but mighty organ specializes in picking up scents humans can't detect at all, such as pheromones. These invisible chemical signals provide crucial information to dogs, helping them interpret everything from emotional states to health conditions and even reproductive status. And unfortunately for us, the human crotch area is a prime location packed full of these intriguing scents. So why specifically the crotch? Well, humans have apocrine glands, special sweat glands that produce high-protein sweat, which mixes with bacteria on our skin to create strong, distinctive odors. These glands are heavily concentrated in areas with more hair, mainly the armpits and groin region. Most people, however, cover their armpits with deodorant, masking those odors. This leaves the groin area as an irresistible scent hotspot for your curious canine companion. For dogs, sniffing isn't rude, it's simply how they understand their surroundings. Think of it like reading a personal bio, just in a way that feels way too intrusive for human comfort. Dogs can gather information about your mood, health, diet, and even recent activities by sniffing your crotch. Ever wondered why dogs seem extra fascinated with someone who just came back from a run or a pregnant friend? They're picking up hormonal signals and other chemical clues we don't even realize we're sending out. But dogs don't just reserve this sniffing behavior for humans. You've surely noticed dogs greet each other by sniffing the rear ends of fellow canines. Believe it or not, this is even more information-rich than sniffing humans. Dogs have something special called anal glands, small sacs tucked inside their rectums that release a uniquely scented substance. These secretions convey an amazing amount of information, almost like a detailed status update, including diet, health status, emotional condition, and even recent locations visited. It's essentially a canine version of checking social media. Did you know your dog is essentially sniffing an invisible timeline every time they meet another dog? Think of it like scrolling through their friends' recent activities and life updates in an instant. Dogs remember these scents too, recognizing familiar dogs they've encountered before. It's why dogs can immediately pick up friendships or rivalries without any apparent verbal or visual cues. They're quite literally reading each other's backstories with their noses. And there's even more to the story. Dogs have evolved their sniffing skills as part of their survival instincts. In the wild, detecting scents accurately meant the difference between finding food or going hungry, sensing predators early, or falling victim to danger. Modern domestic dogs still carry these instincts, and they're hardwired to use smell to navigate their daily lives, even if that means awkwardly invading your personal space. So, what can you do if your dog's enthusiastic sniffing becomes too embarrassing? Thankfully, there's an easy solution. Professional dog trainer Victoria Shade recommends teaching your dog a simple trick called targeting. Targeting means teaching your dog to gently touch their nose to your closed fist when prompted, effectively redirecting their attention away from awkward areas. Here's how it works. Start by showing your dog your closed fist at their nose level. As they approach or touch your fist with their nose, immediately reward them with praise or a tasty treat. Once your dog consistently does this, add a command like touch or bump it. Practice this regularly at home first, then slowly introduce distractions and new environments. When you're greeting friends or meeting new people, use the touch command to direct your dog's attention away from crotches and towards your hand instead. With patience and consistency, this simple training trick can help prevent many future embarrassing moments. But watch out! There are some common mistakes owners make during this training. The most frequent error is inconsistent reward timing. If you're slow in delivering the treat or praise, your dog may become confused about what behavior you're rewarding. Always reward immediately after the nose touch to reinforce the exact behavior you want. Avoid mixed signals, like scolding your dog if they don't get it right immediately. Consistent positive reinforcement is key to successfully teaching your dog better manners. Another useful method to curb this embarrassing habit is the sit and stay command. By teaching your dog to calmly sit and wait when greeting someone, you immediately reduce the likelihood of unwanted sniffing. Start by practicing at home. Every time someone comes to the door, ask your dog to sit and reward them generously for staying calm. Gradually extend this practice to outside interactions, reinforcing good behavior with treats, praise, and affection. Sometimes dogs resort to excessive sniffing out of anxiety or excitement. If your dog tends to get overly excited around visitors, it can trigger more intense sniffing behaviors. Using calming techniques like gentle petting, calming treats, or even pheromone collars designed to ease anxiety can help reduce their impulse to sniff intrusively. Creating a calmer environment helps your dog maintain better self-control. On top of training, regularly exercising your dog and providing mental stimulation can significantly reduce embarrassing behaviors. A well-exercised dog is generally calmer, less anxious, and easier to manage during social interactions. Regular walks, interactive playtime, and puzzle toys can channel their natural sniffing instincts into healthier, more acceptable behaviors. Of course, crotch sniffing isn't the only embarrassing behavior dogs exhibit. Many dog owners have stories of underwear mysteriously appearing in the living room during a gathering or excessive barking that disrupts the neighborhood peace. And who hasn't had their trash bin excavated by a curious canine archaeologist? While these behaviors can be frustrating, they're all rooted in dogs' natural instincts and powerful senses. Ultimately, crotch sniffing might be mortifying for us, but from a dog's perspective, it's perfectly normal and natural. They don't intend any harm or rudeness. They're just exploring their world through scent. Understanding the why behind these strange habits can help us have a little more empathy and patience for our furry companions. Next time your dog makes a beeline for someone's crotch, just remember, it's their way of saying, "Nice to meet you. Tell me your story." Even if we'd prefer they found a less awkward way of making introductions. If you enjoyed uncovering these awkward yet fascinating truths behind your dog's quirky habits, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. It helps us create even more insightful content that deepens your understanding of your beloved pet. Comment down below and share your most embarrassing dog stories. We'd love to hear them. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.